Mary Magdalene is my patroness and my primary guide, and I could talk about her special and secret teachings all day long. I believe that she was the Shakti of Christ, or his divine feminine counterpart. And even though mainstream religion tried to discredit and hide her importance in the story of Christ, they couldn't erase her entirely. She is too important. In the canonical Gospels, she is the first one to witness Christ in his ascended form after he has been crucified. And I also believe that she is the one who anointed Christ for his death and burial. And this makes a lot of sense if you believe that Mary Magdalene was a priestess, which I do. Why wasn't Mary Magdalene named as the anointer of Christ in the canonical Gospels? Again, I believe that that is the church trying to minimize and discredit her. Now, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene explicitly states that Christ gave Mary Magdalene special teachings he didn't give the other disciples. And unfortunately, some of the pages that go into these secret teachings in the Gospel of Mary were destroyed. I think they were destroyed because they are so powerful. But the parts of the Gospel of Mary that are intact give us context clues to what these special teachings were about. Essentially, the secret teachings of Mary Magdalene are about sacred union. The purpose of the spiritual path isn't to deny the body, but to unite the body and the soul. And because the heart is the bridge between the lower and upper chakras, the heart is the gateway into this union. Now, in the Gospel of Mary, Christ also teaches Mary Magdalene how to have a visionary experience. He says that we experience visions through the eye of the heart. Again, the heart is the bridge. And the pages where Christ goes more in depth on how to have a visionary experience are some of the pages that are destroyed. I believe the reason why they were destroyed is because when you have access to divinity, you can become your own spiritual authority. This means the church has less power to control you. The truth is that each one of us have the ability to have direct experiences of revelation from the divine. Sometimes this experience is called a gnosis. You don't need a church or a pastor to tell you what your truth is. You can find your own truth inside of you in the space of the heart. And the more you connect to your heart space, the more you remember who you really are. And the more that you remember who you really are, you begin to live life from that state of embodied presence. And when you live life from that state of embodied presence, you are powerful. You cannot be coerced and controlled. You live fully in connection with all that is. There is a line from an oral Gnostic tradition that is attributed to Mary Magdalene, and it says, "The spark must become a flame, and the flame must become a blazing fire. When you shine like the sun, you will be complete." This line really encapsulates for me what it feels like to start living from the Mary Magdalene teachings. You connect to the spark of your divinity. You connect to your soul. And each time you travel in and meet that space, the flame of the soul grows brighter. And the more you meet the place of your soul, the more you begin to identify with it, until the structures of your ego fall away and you live life from the space of the heart, from the space of the divine, from your soul. And again, this process isn't about denying the body. The body is the vehicle and temple of the soul. Instead, it is about upgrading the body's operating system to be in alignment with the soul. I have found that these teachings align quite nicely to Taoist and Hindu tantric practices. I'm not talking about neo-tantra, I'm talking about ancient tantric philosophy. They are the teachings of divine feminine Christ consciousness. And they definitely aren't out in the open. You have to seek to find and uncover them. Those that have ears, let them hear.